Alrighty, folks. We are into the Chaos Draft. And we have a little pack here of Shadows over Innistrad. We have a couple red uncommon removals, Lightning Axe and Inner Struggle. I think I'm going to take the Lightning Axe. You know, it is a bit of card disadvantage, typically. But it's really good. It's splashable. I'm a fan of Inner Struggle as well. I like this card more than most people, but just doesn't really kill everything, whereas Lightning Axe kind of does. Tooth Collector in this format was very decent. So was True Faith Sensor. Sleep Paralysis was pretty solid as well. Oh my gosh. Holy God. Well, here we are. Now what do I do? Any opinions from the Peanut Gallery? Man, what if I could just take like all of these? That would be a nice feeling. I said that the first pack was the first set that I ever drafted. It feels good to be back, and Ryan asked if it was a Spider-Man pack. Oh man, I think we're taking the old STP here. Lightning Axe and STP. 1 mana removals that do not care about mana disadvantage whatsoever. We're just going to be getting rid of anything. And yes, perfect timing indeed. Good to see, by the way, Don Manos. Man, I would love a Chancery, would love a Lightning Helix, you know, the whole deal, but no, I'm just going to be taking the monocolored card here. If we were locked into red, then I could at least think about the Helix, but no, it's got to be the swords for me. And now, what are we looking at? Well, pack of Return to Ravnica. I should sort these in the correct order. And I could take Ethereal Armor. Card's okay. I actually kind of want to take Daggerdrome Imp. I think this card is pretty solid. Exactly, Power Trap, but mostly the can't real, or well, nope, that was not English. The mostly the isn't real thing, because I feel like, unfortunately, even if it is fake, it might still be able to hurt me. Anyway, I think here let's just take the Daggerdrome Imp. I could take the Ethereal Armor if I wanted to force, but I actually think this guy is just quite solid. Vault Scourge or Healer's Hawk, however you want to look at it, for 2 mana is still a totally fine rate. Okay, and now there's not a whole lot in this kind of pack. Oh, actually, wait a minute, Carrion Wall? This is really obnoxious. I think I'm going to be taking this, because otherwise I would be looking at like Lacolith Grunt. This card's okay. Whenever it becomes blocked, you may have a deal damage equal to its power to target creature. So basically, 3 mana, 2/2 that they're not going to want to block. I mean, it is a fine card. In fact, maybe I do take it. Whereas Carrion Wall, 3 mana, 3/2 that blocks and never dies. I think I do want to take this. I want to be able to apply pressure in this kind of deck. That's just what my gut is telling me. I mean, I do think the wall is fine. The other thing too is obviously my red spell is quite a bit better than my black one, so I'm not Sky Shroud Cutter. Yes, I don't know I don't know why these cards exist, but they do. Yeah. From the game design that brought you Invigorate, we bring you Sky Shroud Cutter. Anyway, I'll just take the Lacolith Grunt over the wall. This definitely could be a mistake, but let's go ahead and do it. And now, what are we looking at? This is getting interesting. Kind of into Evolving Wilds here. I mean, I have a Swords to Plowshares, right? Like, that's got to be one of the best splashes. Also, Lightning Axe, also very splashable. I think that's going to be my selection. Otherwise, Mind Leech Ghoul is okay. Perish Blade Trainee is, I mean, it's a card. Blood Servitor, I think, is actually pretty decent. I like Snarling Wolf, reasonable amount. But yeah, I think Evolving Wilds is just going to be correct in this kind of position. Yeah. Okay, Scred. Well, we're probably not Scredding, unfortunately. Chilling Shade, yeah, it's going to be a tricky one to activate. Can we find any playables? I mean, it's a pack of Cold Snap, so maybe not. I guess I can take this This is effectively Demotion, if you guys are familiar with that card. From, I think, also Return to Ravnica. Or wait, no, sorry, Guilds of Ravnica. So if I end up being basically an aggressive deck, then I can leverage this. Otherwise, probably not so much. But I mean, it's just a very bad pack, so we'll just grab this, move along. All right, this is kind of what we were hoping for at the start. Taking the Lightning Axe, wheeling the Inner Struggle. Granted, this isn't the best removal in the world, but I am pretty removal pilled, so I will be taking this. Once again, True Faith Sensor in the original format. Probably could have been something you would take over the Inner Struggle here, but in Chaos, I think it's just going to make sense for me to continue along the path of these removals. And it looks like, you guessed it, we're Boros. Just kidding. We actually might be like Rakdos or something, but definitely playing red, I will say that. And yeah, okay, I do remember there were some good black cards in this pack, and I think I'm going to be taking one. Alright, we're going to take Rakdos Drake. I think this card's totally fine. Child of Night is pretty decent as well. And yeah, there's not too much else. I mean, I don't need Moonglove Extract after already starting with all this interaction, so hopefully we'll just be able to play a nice little Rakdos. And I think Bell's Lizard is actually where I want to be over like Skullrend. This card's just a bit clunky, and yeah. Alright, here we are. Hey Crackshot, good to see you. Alright, I guess I'm taking Laccolith Rig now. Getting spicy. I mean, I don't think Viseling, let's see. X is the number of cards in their hand -4. Wait a minute. No. Okay, so that only deals damage if they have a ton of cards in hand. I mean, I should have known because the Vise is the opposite of the Rack, so yeah. The Rig, which is in fact Garbo. Yeah, I guess I take this Bride's Gown. These green cards are fine, but I just have no reason to think I'm playing green. Also, equipments are just okay in general. Scred? Are we scredding? Probably not. I guess I take this, because look, if I find a snowland, then I have Evolving Wilds to search up the snowland, and then we jump through some hoops for no reason. Actually, you know what? I can take Scred, and I already have a Gelid Shackles, so then if I pick up one snowland, then I already sort of have multiple snow permanents. Sort of. Sure. Oh, wow. Just a black-red land for my black-red deck? Easy. I mean, it's not a particularly good land. Yes, I will replace you by a bot. Why did they even give me that as an option? This is a red card. I guess we could play. I mean, this is the playable card of the two. But this could be, I guess I could board in a Shatter. Alright, fine. Yeah, it's true. Arena players are bots for real. I guess I just take Gravedigger from this pack. Seems totally solid. 2 copies of Shock. Would you rather have Shock? Or would you rather have Shock with not extra steps, but extra text? I do kind of put myself into black over something like white by taking this, but I still feel like it would be totally fine for me to be Rakdos and then maybe splash the swords, but we'll see. Also, I did get the black-red land, so whatever. Maybe I can splash Gravedigger. Everything's a splash if you try hard enough. Ooh. Man, what a pack! I mean, Deathcloud is so cool, but I will always take Volshock Morningstar in this kind of situation. If you just ever look at terrible tiny dudes and you're like, what if they had +2/+2? That's kind of what the Volshock Morningstar is all about. So, this card's very good. We're missing... But what is going on here with Fire Knight's connection? I think we're in a spot where I need to be taking threats over answers. Not that Flaying Tendrils is necessarily what it's all about anyway. I'm sure Ryan's going to have... Yeah, it's just going to keep happening. It's just like kind of little blips in the internet. But yeah, let's grab this. Dang, look at these packs, dude. Oh my gosh, I just want everything here. What do I take, chat? Wow. Oh, it is via Shino Runner? Nice. Um, I think you mean spot on, but but yeah, thanks. Okay, so Magus of the Abyss. Do we want that? Is that even good? Can't be regenerated, so I wouldn't have had a combo with my wall. Um, I could take Rapacious Dragon and try to wheel a black card. Oh no. I have to pass so many good cards. I think I do. I think I go for the Gambit here, just see if I can wheel something. Yeah, the Magus is really cool, but the problem is if I don't have a way to break the symmetry. I mean, yeah, I think the dragon makes a lot of sense. If I could like if I had a second Gravedigger and I had double Gravedigger plus the Magus, then that would obviously be awesome, right? But I think I will just go ahead and grab the dragon. Yeah, this is true, Crackshot. Ooh, Weed Strangle. Alright, we are getting all these removals, and now, you know what? We might not even play the Swords to Plowshares, which would kind of be a shame. But here we are. There's no reason to take anything else. Did have to think about it for a second, though. Alright, so now we have some reasonable cards in other colors. For us, there's the Macetail Histrodon. This guy, which I think is pretty bad. I mean, these are just not very good cards. I guess the one that cycles is okay. I can cycle this. I can cast it off the Dragon Treasures. I can cycle it into Gravedigger. I can pitch it to Lightning Axe. I just don't think this does a whole lot. I think it's a Grey Ogre. I don't really want the other guys, so I guess I'm taking it. I don't know. Sure. Ooh, we wheel we wheel both shocks. Okay, well, I guess we'll take the better one. Strange things are happening here. I really don't feel like I'm allowed to play Swords to Plowshares in this deck, though. We are just, like, all removal Rakdos. I feel like the best card in my deck right now is this Volshock Morningstar. I really hope we wheel Darksteel Pendant. Chat. Darksteel Pendant in a Rakdos deck with all removal. It's like this is the best place for the Darksteel Pendant. The best. 2 mana, it's Darksteel, so it's indestructible. And then for 1 mana, you tap it and you scry. And the reason this is good is because if you compare like the Scryfish, right, like 2 mana 0/3 blocker that you can tap to scry one. Obviously, this doesn't have a body, so you might think it's worse because the Scryfish can do double duty, which yeah, I'm not going to argue about that. But in a deck like this, right, where 1, this doesn't get hit by pretty much any removal, but 2, you aren't going to need the bot. No. Oh, it's so over. No. All right, that's fine. I mean, we already got Volshock Morningstar. Yeah, exactly, Partrap. Oh, so sad. All right, I guess I'll take the Oxida Golem. It's fine. We'll recover. Maybe. Okay, let's take Flaying Tendrils for the board, I think. Don't want... I mean, we could take Untamed Hunger. There's a chance that's actually correct. Wait, this might even be really good. Masterwork, unfortunately, I've tried to like put this card into my cubes, and the fact that it doesn't give +1/+1 natively, like you have to have something else just for it to have a baseline +1/+1 is like really annoying. It's basically Morningstar. Unfortunately, I don't think so. Let's just go, let's get aggro here. Let's take the Aura, +2/+1 Menace. This is not normally the direction I would go, but I think this is what this deck is looking for, so. Alright. Okay. We took the red card, we got the black cards, and now I have a decision to make. Oh, land-based? Yeah, that would be pretty decent, probably. I don't know, I kind of want to take this Magus. Yeah, let's just take this thing. I already wheeled this. I don't get to play with this card very often. By the way, it doesn't matter that I like now have an artifact creature, which means that this doesn't get targeted. Um, yeah, it does have the higher ceiling, that's true. Scavenger is sweet, I just have no synergy with that right now. Fault Grinder? I don't think so. Let's just take this Grizzly Bear that there's some weird world where I might need it. And I guess now I'll take this Grey Ogre. This guy's like totally fine, by the way. 6 mana, 3/6 reach. That thing is a brick wall. Alright, well, don't really need this. You know what? We could randomly get some synergy with this. Oh, look at this Plains is so pretty. Maybe I'll play this Plains and the Evolving Wilds, and I'll get the Swords to Plowshares back in there, even though I clearly don't need it, because my deck is just a bunch of removal, it feels like. Just so I can play that Plains. And now, I think it just has to be a Rift Bolt. I can't be like taking Terramorphic Expanse over a perfectly good Rift Bolt. There's really nothing else in this pack for me either, so seems pretty clear cut. Ooh, this could be a good pack for me. War of the Spark. There we go. That is in fact a good pack for me. And red is super open, so I think I'd probably take Ob Nixilis's Cruelty, and then I just hope to wheel. Honestly, I would even be okay with the Heartfire if that's what came back, but just all removal all the time. I no longer have any argument at all to put the Swords to Plowshares in my deck. It's just not going to happen. What am I going to do? Splash for removal in my deck with all removal? That doesn't make sense. Alright, let's take the Cruelty and get something back. I'm starting to think this Magus is actually not particularly good. Wow, we are just really all removal all the time. I mean, there's nothing, I can't not take it. Now I need creatures. I actually need, like, if I get this back, I think I'm happy. But I'm also just not going to pass a Bathed in Dragonfire willy-nilly. Light Form is awesome. How much removal is too much? Excellent question, Yami Kuribo. Good to see you, by the way. I think short answer is I feel like that's not really a good way to look at it. I think it's more of like it's a scarcity of other things that becomes the problem. A scarcity of card advantage and a scarcity of threats. Because if you don't have card advantage, then removal, as good as it is, it does just end up functioning as a bunch of 1-for-1s. And if you don't have threats, then you can kill all their stuff, but you can't kill them. So that's what my answer would be. Alright. This thing looks pretty large. We do need threats. These are just random cards. I mean, I could take this if I think I can get something red back, which actually might not be a bad idea. Large and in charge, it's true. I am really looking at this flyer, though. I think I'm going to take it just because I think there's a chance that I can get something else from this pack, and I'd be happy with any of these red cards. I just want 2 cards from this pack, ultimately. So, yeah. But yeah, I mean, this is a really exciting draft because a lot of my cards are really good, but it's not perfect. Like, it's not exactly where I want to be. Yeah, it might go hard. It's possible. I think I will be maining it. Yeah, I've done some. I think it was against this Magus where I like did something. Or no. I had this Magus in my deck and I had like Barishi or something, and my opponent put me to 0 cards in deck, and then I upkeep had my Magus trigger, blew up my own Barishi or whatever, shuffled my graveyard into my library, and then won. I think I won the game, and then I lost the match. Oh, Chimney Rabble. This is like one of the best possible cards that I could get so late from this set, that is. So that's excellent news. Okay, do you guys remember this one? We trophied with this. Almost 306-0'd. This deck was disgusting. Like, I don't know. Strangling Soot, Terror, Vendetta, Plasma Bolt, Violent Eruption, Unfriendly Fire, Lava Flow. We have Gravedigger, and we sort of have second Gravedigger because we have Fell Horseman, we have Mayhem Double, we have Unruly Catapult, which double wield, Like Hilda, Torwaki, Bone, like, I don't know, that deck was just amazing. We're out here trying to recreate it. Okay, so which one of these guys do I want? I actually think I want this. Does that make sense? Well, but I can live the dream with the Lightning Axe. I can Lightning Axe and have the Gorgon Recluse. Oh, so I forgot you were one of my victims there, Yummy Kuribo. Yeah. At this point, all I remember is that I very sadly did not save the VOD for that, and very stupidly, I might add, because now I'll be missing that deck forever. I guess I will take this, even though the Gorgon Recluse thing is funny. Well, wait, no, is that true? No, I really need ways to kill the opponent. This is like a funny stay alive in the early game, ambush their stuff, but I already have so much cheap removal. Let's just take the Recluse and try to get the Madness stream. Lol. Alright, well, sorry, Chandra's Triumph. We have a Jaya's Greeting to take. And yeah, I think we're in good shape to get one of the red cards back from the Dragons of Tarkir pack or whatever. So that's the good news. And this is the Fate Reforged pack. We get our terrible 2-drop, and nice. Okay, so now we have a real decision. I think I want to take Tormenting Voice. I love me a Tormenting Voice, chat. I love it. Makes me feel warm and fuzzy. And I think some of you should love a Tormenting Voice a little more than you do. It's a really nice card. You know, they can't all be thrills of possibility with upside, right? I guess I just... Oh, okay. All right. Well, Crackshot, a fellow enjoyer. You love to see it. Just taking a random card. Look at this. Slam dunk. Grizzly Bear with non-existent upside. So much better than a Smoldering Ifrit. Man, we gotta just do a little bit more eye feasting on this deck, because this deck was just so awesome. You even have the Fathom Fleet Cutthroat to like combo with any of like the cheap or the small burn effects to kill something. Gitu Chronicler was awesome. Gobhoppler didn't actually really have text, but it was fine. I don't know, just such a nice deck. And the Catapult, like, we double wheeled this, and it really held the room together. We went like Hilda, Fell Horseman, Catapult, and it was like, wow. You know? Alright, this is playable and shouldn't be in the pack, so we're removing it. It did kind of feel like I was the only person in red. So that's going to be nice. And alright, we're done here. Grim Contest, unfortunately. If this were... Oh, I guess that was the wrong pack for it to be the 2-3 guy, but yeah, that's fine. Alright. Very sad Swords to Plowshares in the sideboard. But this deck has Swords to Plowshares and Spirit, you know what I mean? So let's make this work here. Oh, decent Popper? Sure, that's reasonable. Good to see you, by the way, Ryan. How did the draft go for you? Did you take my Darksteel Pendant, Ryan? If you did, I will never forgive you. Alright, getting some removal in there. You would never? Okay, that's what I like to hear. Get some flyers who don't like to block in there, more removal. Oh god, Partrap took it? That's insane. Without even being in the draft, that's powerful. Some random 2/2s. I don't know if Airmath ever answered my question about what the 2/2 is called. The one, I think, from Torment, where you have to control a swamp after making the comment about red-black guys with downside or whatever. Okay, just more removal. Alright, and then what are the removals that I am not necessarily playing? There's a Weed Strangle. There's an Inner Struggle. I mean, I like both of these cards. I guess let's just imagine they're in the deck. Oh, I have a sick equipment hiding out over here. And an Oxida Golem. Probably have to play that as well. Alright. And now we have these Gray Ogres. I'm never playing these. Never playing this. This one I could play. Could sort of play all of these. I don't think we can play the Magus, chat. I think it's not happening. This is worse than Smoldering Ifrit. This is definitely like sideboard card at best. And I just don't think we got there on being hyper aggro, Untamed Hunger. So we need to play 4 of these 6. So maybe it's like... I don't think it's this one. Oh my god. you have the Darksteel Pendant? Yeah, I do have swords, but it's deep in the sideboard, so do I really have it? You know? Oh my god. Of course he has it. Should have known when he said he would never. Okay, let's finish this. Let's throw this in there. Rakdos Drake, Reckless Imp, Big Angel. Everything here is 4 mana, if it's a creature, that is, or more. So let's maybe throw in the Grey Ogres. And then, let's see, 5-drop, removals, equipment. Yeah, I definitely needed that 2/3 flyer. Oh well. Alright, so that's that. Yeah, let's just throw in the Recluse. Sure. I gotta think a little bit about my mana. So this is like double red. So I definitely need to be heavier red than black, which I feel like that's going to be relatively easy to set up if I add this. We're using these lands now. I'm not sure why. Oh, 8 and 7? Is that what I want to do? Whoops, why did I just cut this? I don't know if that's actually what I want to do or not. Because then that gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I have like 9 here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. So we could go 10, 9, or we could go 11, 8. The thing is, the only card that really wants me to be heavy red is the Oxida, so I think 10, 9 is probably okay. I don't know, whatever, we'll make it work. Oh, the Darker Valkyrie? Wait, you got that from a pack of Cold Snap? That's pretty nice. Yeah, my deck was almost perfect. I mean, it's still very nice, but we needed the pendant, we needed the 2/3 flyer. I think that we want to be on the draw. I'm just going to go with my gut. Oh, well, we're now on the mulligan. Okay, this looks fine. I think we just got rid of the Weed Strangle because it's several millions of mana. Oh, look at that. Was that Shadowmoor Island? Now I have to question. Oh my gosh, look at these old lands. Alright, we'll play the one that hits harder. Also a bit choked on red, so now, for instance, next turn I could go Dagger Drone plus Shock. The Carrion Wall. Alright. Well, I think we might actually be living in Dagger Drone plus Shock territory here. Very, very functional hand on my part, given that I mulled, right? Mull on the draw, and then I have... Thank you, LOL. Why is it funny? It's just true. It's just beautiful. Alright. Beautiful and good taste. Let's see if these trade. Looks like they will. Okay, that's fine. I get shocked. I played this guy. Alright, opponent has 4 cards in hand. It's going to be an uphill battle. Might hold this swamp because I have Tormenting Voice in my deck. Maybe the opponent's saying that because they're just like randomly mismatched, but it feels like they're not. I mean, look at this. Time Spiral, or Perilous Research, sack a land. Whoa, sack the forest? Tooth Collector. Alright, I'm giving that a frown. Okay. I guess I'm just killing this because it's gonna hit me relatively hard. I have a million removals. I get to scry as well. Should never smile at a tooth collector. Yes. Crackshot, you should write flavor texts. I don't like this. I don't know what's happening here. Okay, it seems like they might be F6'd. Alright. This is nice because now even if my guy dies, right, like hopefully we're still fine. Yeah, that's not a huge problem. Ooh, that's pretty good, I think. Do I kill that with the Bathe in Dragonfire? I guess I do. It's a May, so I can choose no. Doesn't matter if I choose yes or no. Play the land because now if we draw another one, I'll probably want to be able to Gravedigger get back the imp. Also, Gravedigger and Morningstar have to be some of my best draws in this kind of spot. The Reckless Imp, okay. I mean, I guess I just do that. I don't need to use the Gravedigger. Now kind of wishing I'd sandbagged the land, but might be fine. Let's see if they have anything here. Okay, it looks like no. Alright, this does represent lethal. Just pass. Chromatic Star, okay. To make blue. Is this the only green splash? Seems like they're flooded horribly. My deck is probably pretty consistent. Alright, looks like they have some action, sure. Oh, this is awkward, so they now basically have to okay, I was gonna say they have to chump, but I guess not if they're just cashing it in. So that's like a pretty desperation, that's like a consider, sort of, for 3 mana. Okay, so in this matchup, what do we want? Probably no changes. Actually, wait, we could play this Histrodon. Seems pretty reasonable. Yes, good idea, Crackshot. I think that they would be receptive to that. Yeah, I think the Histrodon's interesting. I don't really have very many X1s. We're not too susceptible to the Collector. It's really just the Imp, which I don't think I can cut. I could just cut... What if I just cut Lacolith Grunt? I think this guy is just kind of poopy. It's the most Grey Ogre-y kind. I mean, sometimes it matters and does something, but... Alright, we'll just try this. Or wait, I could have just cut my Grizzly Bear with Downside, I suppose. I don't know, it's kind of nice to have 2-drops, though. Ooh, opponent chooses to be on the play? You'll love to see it. This deck this hand needs red to be able to surge this free runner, so there's a chance that I'll Tormenting Voice pitch a swamp to see if I can find the mountain to have that on curve, but that also, I think, kind of defeats the purpose. Well, I mean, I could do it on like turn 4, but it's pretty greedy, especially if I don't get there beforehand. Like if I go one thing I could do, Gravedigger. If I draw a mountain, no, I mean, yeah, I could draw a mountain, hold up Jaya's Greeting, then next turn Tormenting Voice pitch the swamp, try to see if I can find another land, but I feel like that's just greedy enough that at that point I should just be hard casting this. I can use the Tormenting Voice when I'm certain that I don't want whatever card it is, and then it's also reasonable to have 4 mana for like the Gravedigger. Okay, that. This Golem is looking pretty awkward. I think I just I kind of want to just Jaya's Greeting on this. Yeah. So I really want to find a mountain if possible. Okay. That was easy. Problem is I don't want to discard any of these cards, which then puts me in the exact situation I described, where even though I put a card on top and I could Tormenting Voice into the Surge, I just don't even want to. Maybe I could play this. Funny thing about this is it doesn't actually require any red mana. So like, let's say I draw mountain into mountain, I can like tap 2 swamps to cast it along with 1 mountain. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to be doing, Partrap. Here, I feel like I'm the beatdown / this is just, well, is that true? Maybe I'm not the... I don't know. I want to attack here, though, is the thing. So I guess what I'm going to do, I'm going to send in the Ifrit. I assume the opponent's not going to block. I'll play a free runner post-combat. Oh, they did block. Okay, I think that's quite good for me. And obviously my card is worse than theirs. But I think that's part of why I'm happy to trade it. And now we'll just do this and pass, and then... Yeah, I think I like my deck quite a bit. Now we have Free Runner, Gravedigger to get it back. We have this Haster, removal spell, Flood protection. So in other words, we're kind of covered versus everything. It's probably the Nantuko guy. I don't need to play the Swamp. So we're going to play the Oxida, haste it in, trade it off for the Morph, presumably. And really lean on that Viashino runner. Yeah, I don't see any reason to play the land, so I'm just not going to do it. Funny thing, actually, if I didn't think about this. If I played land, and if this ends up dying, Then I can Gravedigger. If I draw another land, then the Gravedigger is going to turn on the Surge. But that doesn't seem terribly likely to happen here. Yeah, because they can only play one guy anyway. I do think I want to just kill this now before they can regenerate it. So let's go... I don't need all these swamps. So let's Tormenting Voice. Ditch a swamp. And let's just go Mountain, I suppose. Bathe in Dragonfire here. And we're getting in there. And even though I could double spell with these next turn, I want to be somewhat picky with my Gravedigger here because not everything is going to be a good enough threat to close out the game. Ooh. Alright, well. That's a good one to know about. Thankfully, it's not the end of the world for me, but it is awkward. They might have taken the other Mind Rod as well. The Mirror Custodian. Ooh, each opponent may scry one? Yes, please. That is not the Rakdos way to give any amount of value to the opponent. Oh, yeah. Whew! That's a heater. Weird animation. It looked like it just came from my the zone that I was looking at right into my hand. Just kind of funny. Alright. We're in there. Attack. What is this, a ninjutsu? A wrath? Yeah, I mean, doesn't matter. Corridor monitor. Okay, sure. And then a morph. Okay. That's pretty annoying. So now my stuff is going to trade off one way or another, but I do have the Gravedigger, so hopefully it'll be fine. I don't think that I think I just have to do this, basically. I think I have to respect the morph, so if that and the Custodian block something, I think I have to kill the morph. The monitor is cool. Why does the artwork bother you? Crackshot's like, don't give me these artifacts from Cinderella or whatever, you know? Or Beauty and the Beast. Sorry, chat. My mistake. Yeah. This is interesting. This suggests the morph is really good because otherwise you could just put the 1/4 here and put both of these guys on that. But anyway, it's fine. We do get our surge after all. For all you enjoyers of satisfactory lines of play. Or wait, sorry. I said satisfactory. I meant satisfying. I think I just ruined it. Sorry, guys. Unsatisfying indeed. All right. This is where Fathom Seer. Okay, nice. All right. Well, I win the die roll anyway, so that's nice. Oh god. Nah, I can't keep this. Okay, this... I guess I just throw back the stupid grizzly bear. Yeah, I think so, Crackshot, because I saw that Inuence is on a pretty aggressive Selesnya deck, so I think it's too, excuse me, self-indulgent for me to try to take the draw here. Okay. And I don't think I'm supposed to dash the imp. I think I just have to play the Morning Star. Then I can cast the imp. Yeah, so the opponent. Yeah, I had Behold the Unspeakable. Thank you again, Yami Kuribo, for mentioning that name. And and I like didn't. I was in like a completely winning position, as is probably often the case after resolving a Behold the Unspeakable. This was in a Peasant Plus cube, and and my opponent, like I'm starting to like do stuff in my main phase or whatever, and then I'm like, oh shoot, I think I should have flipped my thing, and the opponent immediately is just like judge, and then oh, okay, so this I'm gonna want to trade my 1/1 token for ideally. So I'm not gonna shock this or anything. I could, if you were terrified of this, you could like dash this and then like shock this, but I just don't want to do that. Play my mountain because I have the affinity for mountains guy. Anyway, so yeah, so he's like judge, and I'm just like, okay, like sure. And then nobody seems to hear him, which is also hilarious because I mean it really, ooh, that's interesting. I guess I can set that up next turn though, because look, if I draw land, I can go land, shock, do this, and then equip, which would be sick. Right now we're just gonna do this. 1/1 can't attack yet anyway. Also, the opponent missed a land drop. I'm on the play. I'm getting in there for 5. We have the Morning Star. We've removed, like, we're doing pretty well. So yeah, anyway, there no judges show up, like no judges seem to hear him, and he's just like pouting. He's like, it's fine, whatever. And then I kill him like the next turn or something, and then he's like, man, I shouldn't have let you flip that thing, and it's like, you were dead anyway. Like, why why are you concluding after losing a game where you were dead to everything else that you were like being too nice by anyway, whatever. It was just like, it's annoying. I'll just say that. Okay. So what am I doing now? This is kind of tricky. Sort of tempted to just put the Morning Star on this and then just attack. I mean, there's no way they're double blocking, right, if I do that? I feel like it is totally fine to go for this. I would have preferred to draw a land because then I have a much easier thing. This is Daybound, so it's going to flip if I don't cast my card. So I guess I am going to shock regardless. I mean, this has got to feel so bad to the opponent. Yeah, you can't possibly do that. So let's just do this now so the thing doesn't flip. It's fine. They'll take 7. We're still in this very good position. Thunder Totem, sure. So now they can equip their guy. It's like a 5/4 vigilance. Almost good, but then Inner Struggle just kills them. It's actually exact lethal. Nice. All right. Kablam. Yeah, I love an exact seize. We had a nice, another nice satisfying thing in the last game. Oh, I gotta grab a screenshot of my deck again, where we attacked with a Chimney Rabble and the Free Runner. The Free Runner traded off for something. I had 6 mana. I got to go Gravedigger, recast the Free Runner, with the Gravedigger turning on the Surge. It was pretty nice. see, Crackshot says vibe changes from player to player. Nice. Think at the point where they call a judge, it's best to make sure a judge does come over and the vibe is set from that point on. Yeah, see, the thing is, like, that definitely makes sense. Like, if they call a judge, actually, like, make sure the judge comes over. The thing is, the reason I didn't do that is because it seemed like the guy just changed his mind. Anyway, I don't know. Cube Open Hamburg. Played a guy who was giving you... Yeah. Decided to get paper. Sure. Yeah, okay. Crackshot. I mean, it sounds like you're just down to match the vibe of anyone. So how many artifacts did we see? Yeah, that's what I did, Ryan. You caught me. So Fury Charm. So we know that they have the... I don't think... Oh, wait, no, they actually do have multiple artifacts. Yeah, I kind of want to try this. Because they have the equipment and they have the totem. But I don't know what I'd be cutting. Maybe, I guess, I don't think I'm going to have time to activate Flame Wave Invoker in this matchup. Oh, I'm somewhat interested in Magus of the Abyss in this matchup. Let's try that over the Lacolith. Alright. For context, I don't think there should be a Magus of the Abyss in my card pool. I wheeled it, but I don't think I was supposed to play it. Alright, we're time spiraling now with Fury Charm and Gorgon Recluse. I'm keeping this. It's not an ideal hand, but it's fine. Deathblade Elite. Okay. Play Mountain, because I do have the affinity for Mountains guy, so in theory, if I keep playing Mountains, I could get him out pretty fast. No shocks here. Nice. Okay, I will now hold up the Fury Charm. I'm really hoping they go for the equip. I'm clicking really fast, but probably not fast enough for the opponent to think that I was actually F6'd. I think this turn I just want to use the Cruelty, and then next turn I can go Imp plus Morningstar, which seems really good. Oh, we're kind of... Wait, this is still black-black though, right? Yeah, man, if I can Tormenting Voice get the Recluse, yeah, I definitely need to play Swamp. I mean, multiple reasons for that. So the question is, do I want to... I think I just pass. Well, does that make sense? Yeah, let's just pass. Oh, you're right. Yeah, it took me a second to realize why. I guess I'm gonna kill the Deathblade Elite now, weirdly enough. Because now this thing can't force the Imp to block it. Sky Captain. That's kind of sad. Ooh, it's getting awkward fast. Alright. Hopefully this will still work out okay. I need to find the swamp. This is not very helpful. Okay, no blocks. Reckless Imp. I guess that's okay. Hopefully this will work. I think I need to attack. No. Okay. I have a feeling my Imp is going to die. The opponent has so much mana up. I guess I have 2 imps. Yeah, I needed that one though. Yeah, they now have a pretty fast clock and this thing can't block, so I need to find something. Oh, Rapacious Dragon. Interesting. I think I just do this and... I mean, I could equip. Just don't know if I want to. What do we think here, team? I think I don't want to, because then if I go Tormenting Voice into Recluse, then I have more mana for that next turn. They only have 1 card in hand. I'm not going to play around a trick or whatever. Alright, I think I might... Oh, no! I mean, they hesitated a little bit. Yeah, okay. Yes, please! Do not attack! Do not attack! I have a shock, I promise. Oh... Thank you. Alright, we live to fight another day. Crawl Stinger, sure. Alright. This is where the opponent should be saying nice in the chat. Oh, they did not say nice. It's so over. So I guess what I get to do now, I'm just gonna wipe their board. Turn off auto yields. Hold control. We're just trying to be very careful. Oh, wait, this doesn't target? I tried so hard to be careful, chat. It was for nothing. I mean, this is still fine because these should trade, but that was not ideal. Outplayed? We're still fine. These will just trade, and then we just have a bunch of power in the air. I was just wrong about how it worked, which you can decide for yourself how exactly how bad that is. I don't know. I mean, I think it was reasonable for me to think about that. I was just wrong because it didn't work. Feels like my opponent is also flooded here. Channel Harm. Oh yeah. Alright. I was really hoping they were flooded. Okay. That's pretty bad. I'll pass. Thunder Totem, sure. Gossip Monger. Okay, wait a minute. Alright, there's a chance. So I can go lands, then this costs 1. I need to keep the flyer back because the flyer blocks everything. I can How much mana do I have? I still have 6, so I can still dash this and equip twice. Nice. Okay, thanks for letting me know. Do I lose? I don't lose. So I go... this, move this here. It's pretty easy. I'm sure you could figure it out. Don't talk about that pendant. I needed that. Opponent looking at a chump here? Oh, I guess it was better for me to equip there. I wasn't paying attention to that. Yeah. Wow, they might chump and get me here. That would be insane. Wow. So if I had 4 damage here, I'm not sure if it would matter or not. So I now have to top deck, basically, because they're just going to activate the Thunder Totem. Yeah, well played. I mean, this is what it's all about. This is the learning process in action. Maybe I top deck, most likely I don't. If I had 2 extra damage... if I had 2 extra damage, I guess we probably still die. This is so close. Why does this have to be a sorcery? So if they're at 11, they can always block here. Then I would have 4. Yeah, I'd still have died, but I could have maybe done the bolster turn better or differently. They know this can't block. There's no point in trying to get them with that. Yeah, definitely a close one. Alright, well played to the opponent. I could have done that quite a bit better. But I do think we've sideboarded correctly. I think so, at least. I don't think I'm playing like Untamed Hunger. Yeah, let's just try again. Man, I thought I was going to win that game. When we drew on the Tormenting Voice turn, when we draw the 2 removals. But I guess if I just know how Bolster works and I just kill their 2 smaller guys, I'm probably just fine. Okay, this is okay. Ugh. I think I did most of that correctly. Like, I think killing the provoke guy was correct. But still just kind of annoying. I think we'll just run this out. Understanding that there are plenty of things it can trade for. I guess I should upkeep stop this, just in case I am going for a Jaya's Greeting here to hit a land drop. Man, oh, it's so rare I feel like that I make a mistake like that, but oh well. I absolutely did. And then I made another one by not equipping correctly. Oh, that's gone? That's fine. Alright. Okay. And then a land will get me to Morningstar plus equip, or, you know, whatever. They played their land kind of fast. What do you got for me? Okay, that's fine. I think do I want to scry? I think I don't, weirdly enough. Because I could scry and look for land and then develop Morningstar. I mean, but I feel like I'm okay. Well, yeah, let's just see what we draw. Yeah, because now I get to scry another land away, probably. Do I want to Inner Struggle here? Or do I want to Jaya's Greeting? I can Jaya's Greeting and get the Morning Star down. I think that's probably best. I can Inner Struggle something else later. Yeah, I don't need this swamp, for instance. Alright. I feel like we've played this correctly. Sky Captain. That one I think I probably will Inner Struggle. Unless I like top deck a Shock, which would be nice, of course. Lightning Axe. It's interesting. Yeah, let's just kill this before they can bolster onto anything. Thunder Totem, sure. Deathblade Elite, okay. Draw. Magus of the Abyss, hilarious. Well, let's start by going for this. I do think scrying is good in black-red, yeah. I mean, scrying is always good though, right? Now we're just hanging out. Trying to see if they can beat the Dagger Drome. Would you like to force me to block? Seems a little bit sus. They're thinking about it though. Okay, declined. Didn't send in the Thunder Totem. That's very interesting. Okay. Well, I'm pretending that I don't know anything's up. Yes, you can. Provoke is pretty obnoxious that way. Please no crushing thing or whatever. Please just go for this and then combat trick. Destroy target artifact. That's so sad. Why would you do this? So I can save my guy. I guess I do save my guy. This is so awkward though. I think the Magus goes, so I can always Gravedigger it back anyway. Oh, I might have messed up because now these... We'll see. If they have... if they can give this +1/+1, I'm in major trouble. Oh my god, I might be throwing this. Yeah. So now... Yeah. The thing is, I can almost survive because I can Gravedigger get back the Magus, but I lose the Gravedigger now. Like, this is just so bad. Okay. Yeah, at least it wasn't +1/+1. Yeah, I've not... I mean, I don't know. I feel like what I did was kind of reasonable, but maybe not. Yes. And then now the problem is I lose the Gravedigger. Or wait. No, I don't lose, because this flies. You can't make me block it because their thing flies. Yeah, exactly. Took me a second to remember that. Whew, okay. So maybe we are okay. I think the opponent might have missed that as well, because this said blocks if able. They might say something in chat about it. Nope, they're not going to. They have the Gossip Monger. Sure. Okay, let's Destroy target thing of their choice. So they get to choose. I think I'm supposed to attack first. Well, provoke includes text about untapping. Oh, now that I've drawn land, I need to play it. I was almost not paying enough attention to that. Alright. Okay, we might get out of this. So they'll destroy their gossip monger, of course. Maybe, is there any chance I play this correctly? There's no way, right? Alright, their thing still flies, so I still don't have to block it. And if they don't have a creature, I kind of need them not to have a creature. They play land and pass. Alright. Now I will lose my Gravedigger. Sure. Draw. Weed Strangle. That's decent. But I think we need to go for the Tormenting Voice play. Discard the Recluse. Yield. And we draw a Shock. Beautiful. This costs too much mana. I think they can have the... Wait, this guy is Flash? Okay, I think that's their only Flash guy, so I'm just going to send it in. Also, it looks like they're F6'd. Alright. Wow, I think we survived. I don't really know how. True Faith Sensor. Okay, do I have lethal somehow? Don't think so. Let's just respond. And let's make sure I kill my own Magus. Hey Wacky, good to see you. Draw. All right. What? Yeah. Bafflement doesn't look like a word. Reveal hand. No, just kidding. Oof. All right. Yeah. There's just, it's such a good feeling, you know? Like, I like Cube and I like Vintage Cube, and it's like there's just something cozy about chaos. Just chaos on a Saturday on Magic Online. Playing against people who love the game. No stakes. Except embarrassing myself in front of you guys. That's like saying, God. Let's see if I can come up with a nice analogy for that. I don't think I'm ever casting the turn 1 lightning axe, but I suppose it's still just going to be correct for me to reveal. Yeah, but also, I mean, like, look at this gameplay. It's just like creatures, removal spells. You know, no one's doing absurd shenanigans. I think I'm gonna Jaya's Greeting and look for a land drop, probably. Well, it's a bit different after I find one. I guess I'm happy to take a damage. The only thing that would be sad is if they have a combat trick, but that's fine. Yeah, Vintage Cube is, and that sounds a little bit like Opa Amaz, because Time Walk has like tilted him just to the moon. There are things about Vintage Cube that I think are okay. Mostly that. Wait, what? What was I saying? I think I will kill this, by the way, or at least attempt to. Yeah, I'm not terribly surprised, but oh wow, look at this. This is 2 cast triggers. Nice. All right, so we get punished there. But now I might just go for the Bathe in Dragonfire so they don't get another thingamabob. I think I will. It's a little bit conservative. It might get a little bit awkward, but let's just do it. Yeah, exactly. And the other way, like, this thing is already a 3/3 baseline. Wow. Crackshot, you know who you sound like there? I'll be kind of impressed if you can figure it out. Nice. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna figure it out, so I'll tell him. You sound like Matt Grenier. Sound a lot like Matt Grenier. Um, Dislike formats where there's power creep within the format. Yes. I mean, that's also just like nonsense, right? Okay, any enchantments? No, go fish. All right, we're fine. So I guess what I'm going to do next turn is Volshock Morningstar on the Goblin token. Uh, I guess I need to fetch because I'm actually approaching hard cast Lightning Axe mode. Nice little diversify threats. And pass. And I guess we get mountain here, weirdly enough. Yeah, I mean, the power creep in chaos gets to me too sometimes, not gonna lie. Oh, look at this! The Onaganata getting put on the Ronom unicorn because of the Kinsbale skirmisher. That's so cool. That's honestly awesome. Alright. Diversify as in make them the same. You got me. Alright, so the nice thing is after we kill the unicorn, they shouldn't be able to wear the Onaganata anymore. Also, we're just ahead in the race and all that. Do I need to grab the mountain for the affinity guy? I guess I'll grab swamp. I don't know. Just feels nice. Draw. Weed strangle. Okay. I guess I weed strangle now. Go ahead and attack first. There's no enchantment, so they can't sack it. This deck is just so clean to play. The lines are so nice. Okay, we both lose the clash. We both scry land to the bottom. Or no one wins the clash, rather. Not we both lose. Yeah, well, that's diversity right there. That's really funny though, Crackshot. Okay, seems like they did not find what they were looking for. Wow, this is a bold attack. What is up here? What? What is happening? Oh, they have Sandblast? I'm pretty sure I saw Sandblast from them, so I'm able to kind of call it out more easily than I would be otherwise. So I guess with that in mind, I'm just going to play conservatively, send in just the Rabble, and then Gravedigger it back, and they're just going to be like, how did you know? Mwahahaha. I knew because I had infinite knowledge. No, I knew because I spectated. I spectated. Okay, let's pass. Ooh, that's a cool one. I think I'm just going to kill this. Oh, nice draw as well. No, this is just good, clean magic, Amaz. Nothing gross here. And so if I attack all, then they can eat this and chump, so I don't want them to be able to do that. Alright, and now I'm going to kill the Skirmisher so they don't get to grow the other one. And we do this, and that looks like it's probably game. Nice. Wow, this deck is so good, guys. It's not, oh my god, it's not even close to the last Rakdos deck, which at some point I had it pulled up, but I'll just pull it up one more time for you guys. Man, this Rakdos deck, oh, I still have dreams about it. It was so beautiful. Oh, it was so beautiful. We trophied. The only game that I lost, my opponent had Stuffy Doll, and it was basically about to ping me for lethal. And what happened was I had Hilda. I cracked Hilda to draw a card for the tapped Stuffy Doll in response to the Stuffy Doll activation. But I tapped wrong, and then I drew Violent Eruption. I had red, red, black, black. Oh. Red, red, black, black. That was the only game I lost, and then I won the next game, thankfully. So sad. Yes, exactly. Far too good of a deck to lose. Okay, so what am I doing here? I don't think we're bringing in Fury Charm this time. I do think the needs more Magus, probably yes, Bar Trap to that one. Let's get the Flame Wave Invoker out. And then I'm sort of interested in like Blessing of Leeches or something. I don't really know. I don't know. Let's just keep it like this though. I wonder, maybe the Magus. I was really kind of lamenting the Magus pick, but okay, I'm shipping this. If this were a mold of 6, I think I would keep Mountain Jaya's Greeting, like a lot of hands like that, but this one I'm not keeping on 7. Ugh, this is ugly though. Let's get to get rid of the Affinity for Mountains card. I mean, this could work. People forget that what makes it good is you get to decide when to play it or not. What? Oh, the Magus? Yeah, I mean, the fact that, like, even in the game where it was good, like, just now against my last opponent, it did have to kill itself, right? Like, that was still kind of annoying. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's clearly not terrible. Mountain. Please. No. All right. Yeah. This hand is so good if I can find a mountain. Yeah, that's true. Okay, the Lightbringer, the tech. Okay. I think I'm totally fine to... Actually, I kind of want to kill this. So I guess what I'm going to do is kill it. Maybe I just dash forever. So I could dash next turn as well if I play the Ifrit. Normally, I think when people dash, it's usually because they're undervaluing, like, committing to the board. So I feel like if I'm ever dashing, there's a really good chance that I should be dashing even more than I am. Because if anything, I feel like I do it too little. I could just kill this, but I feel like that's a little cowardly, and it's definitely mana inefficient, so let's just not do that. We'll do this instead. I hate dashing. But have you considered that we're just putting a little tax on our mana? There's nothing wrong with that. Next turn we'll draw a land, we'll play the Lacolith Grunt, we'll dash again. I used to feel the same way, but every now and then I would end up in a spot where like dashing a Ragavan would like win me the game, because I'd be like missing land drops or like missing my splash color. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty happy about this. I take 4, but they spent their turn on that. Let's just draw land. Nice. Look at this. It's just nice, clean dashing. There's like, there's no reason for me not to be dashing this thing. It's just where we're at. Yeah, so like specifically, like let's say it's like a Boros deck, and I'm splashing like Bloodbraid Challenger. Uh-oh. Okay, that's big. Um, hmm. I guess I just Magus immediately. When did people use dashing as a compliment? It's been a long time. Yeah, so let's say I'm a Boros deck splashing a Bloodbraid Challenger, and my opponent also is like a creature deck, but this is like maybe the one turn that they don't have, you know, they don't have a blocker. I'm trying, Ryan. Also just like love these wholesome opponents. Like they're not easy to beat, and even if you beat them, they're still like good sports. I don't know. Alright, the Magus is down. The opponent is not developing a creature. And this is a glorified Fleshbag Marauder, but that's still fine. Okay, keep that for the Tormenting Voice. The Pokemon rap. No. I don't know very much rap. I should learn more. Most of the music I like involves singing though. Which actually, yeah, it's kind of funny. I probably like rap and like instrumental music kind of just about equal amounts. I know it. Okay. I don't recall knowing it, but maybe I do. Yeah, it looks like the opponent is pretty flooded. Man, we've actually just dashed this Reckless Imp like 6 times. Like it'll be dashed like 8 times or something when this game ends. Pollen Bright. Okay. Are we putting a counter on the Tumble Magnet? What are we doing? Okay, that makes more sense. I'm not that young, Ryan. I feel old now. I just turned 27. I was doing this 6 years ago. I was literally making Magic content 6 years ago. That makes me feel old. Anyway. Yeah. Aha. The Lacolith. We got him. We got him. If you had put that mana into a mana bank... If you had put that mana into a mana bank, instead you could afford an Emrakul. This is Crackshot, the soon-to-be father or something, teaching his children the importance of saving money. You can't go splurging... You can't go splurging on your imp if you want to buy an Emrakul, kid. Alright, and a nice clean trophy there, with the only... Kind of like the other Rakdos deck. Maybe, Amaz, I don't know what to say. Anyway, very possible that, just like the other Rakdos deck, that the only game I lost there was the one where I punted. As in, it might have been winnable with perfect play.